Greetings.
The MC, MNG.
And I am Master Shenlong.
And together we are Deep Sector.
Peace.
Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. You know,
And stay tuned every week.
Write it down, put it in a bottle, throw it in the ocean.
Yeah. Make sure that, you put it in a time capsule too, so that they come back 50 years from now and they're like, Tales from the Deep podcast. Look it up on YouTube. Okay. They look it up. Deep Sector. Interesting. And boom. We're freaking affecting time beyond time of our own. You know what I'm saying? That's what those capsules are for, man.
That's how it be.
Bring you back and propel us forward at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Might be taking little half shots here.
No half shots. Yeah, we got a little bit of Hennessy left. Anything is possible, even with that little bit.
Yeah, it'll do the trick.
And you'd be surprised, man. She goes a long way.
And a little Henny goes a long way.
It really does. I swear, bro. Yeah, them fucking shots, bro. Sometimes, because I be doing this shit before work. Oh, man, we take like 2 shots. I drink a Twisted. I'm like, fuck, man. I gotta work. I'm all kind of tipsy. I'm like, yeah, I gotta really kind of sober up for a second. Let me not smoke. Let me drink some water, eat something.
No doubt. Shit, I forgot I had my pen as well.
Oh, look at him. Golden gem. But how's your week been, brother? M to the N. Share a little bit from your journey.
It's been quite eventful.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Well, I mean, so this is because we're ahead and stuff, with recording and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or at least we were. So now
we're about to be on schedule now.
Yeah, we're a week, ahead. But I mean, we were quite ahead. But due to COVID and family deaths and stuff like that, it's been an interesting week. So I mean, I think I'd mentioned on the previous cast now that Mariah was affected by a loss in the family, and
shout out to Mariah.
Yeah,
condolences to her and her family.
Definitely.
Grungy, in case you guys don't know exactly the reference.
But yeah, and through that, we had caught COVID, and so we had to isolate and stuff. So, it just, threw a wrench and everything.
Yeah, bro, stuff like that is just throws you left.
Definitely, and I mean, you can plan and stuff, but in the end of the day, you just gotta roll the punches and, do what's best for yourself and others. I just isolated and, stayed home, chilled out. And honestly, for me, it was because I have all my shots and stuff. And so for me personally, like, it was only like a day, that really felt any sort of, different. And like, yeah, it was, I was telling you a little bit, like, the night before I was sleeping and I couldn't really sleep well because like I had like back pains and I was just like, just having body aches and it was weird. And then like the next day is when like I felt like really weird and nauseous and, I felt better, just sitting in bed, like when I got up and stuff, I like got like my head started to hurt and I got like a headache and yeah. So like I kind of just like slept for the most part for that day. But after that, felt pretty all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that was.
Yeah, it's interesting. It like got rid of all like the background interference.
Did it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hear anything, do you?
Nah.
It's like silence, like the void.
That's what we've wanted forever.
I don't know what happened. What do we break this time?
The fourth wall.
Yeah, through reality itself.
Yeah, we're freaking piercing the veil right now with all these words.
Yeah, they ain't ready for this one yet.
No, they're not. We're piercing the veil with our soul, guiding you with our words.
Shit. Exactly.
Yes.
Verbatim.
Yes. And we're about to knock down some towers, too.
Oh, yeah. Jumbling towers, huh?
Jumbling towers.
Towers about to jumble.
Not the Not the ones that we know so dear in history.
Yes, very different.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, it's been an interesting week, but, you live, you learn, come out the other side, and,
Then
hopefully you're better for it.
Keep going. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And keep going until you don't, Like,
Oh, yeah.
So.
What about yourself, Flo?
Shit. Damn, man. The spotlight's on me. Well, my week's been kind of interesting. So it's a new year for me.
Oh, yeah.
Another trip around the sun. My birthday just passed on May 2nd. So
New Shen year.
yeah, new Shen year. If anybody remembers last year, I believe it was, when I announced that I was going to start my own timeline. Well, technically, I already have my own timeline. I was just shining light on that fact that I have my own time here. You know what I'm saying? In my timeline, I'm on year 25 now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's on year 5.
No doubt.
6 almost. She's like, well, me too. I'm getting up there. I got my own timeline. It's like, okay. Well, tell them over there. Go tell Olympus or something.
Definitely an interesting perspective.
Yeah, it's you have your own time too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's this overall collective timeline that we're all on, but your experience is on its own general stream of time.
Of course.
So I don't know. Since I've been doing that, I've been kind of just more honing in on my own path, and that's how I started that last year, just honing in on my own journey, and kind of breaking away from a lot of social medias and stuff, interacting with people to just really connect with my own walk in life, and see who I am. What am I here to do exactly, And I've been getting some clarity, especially, I don't know, 25 kind of hit different. It really did, I'm a quarter century. You feel me? Like, I'm kind of getting up there.
Yep.
And also, like I was saying before the cast, it was my goal, after my last relationship, to not be looking or anything like that for anything serious, until I was 25, and now I'm 25, and I'm really thinking about things differently. They say you become more fully developed. Your your brain, and your body,
yeah,
and your processes are pretty much fully developed by the time you're 25, and I like what I've built with myself, especially in these past couple years, like. On my birthday, for instance, I went down to the river. I collect crystals. I started my own spiritual journey. Crystals was a part of that journey, and I have all these crystals that I've collected over the years. I never actually cleaned them. I've cleaned 1 or 2 here and there or something like that, but I never actually took all my crystals and went to the river. Like the traditional way of cleaning your crystals and recharging them and stuff like that. So I did that finally. I felt like it was a good time, to just start off fresh, with my journey. Let go of all my, all of my old experiences. They've all served me well, but I'm on my path continues, and I need to make room for new experiences, So it was just a really good day to come back to myself. And reflect. I spent a lot of time alone. I didn't really talk to people that day. People called me a little bit, told me happy birthday, but I didn't meet up with really anybody. My brother came over and we played chess, but that was it. I didn't really want to see anybody other than my family exactly. I really wanted to just get some clarity on what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Because now my life is totally different from what it was when I first started my journey, this spiritual journey where I started exploring myself and, everything around me. And yeah, I've kind of found what I can do, and what I want to do. So now it's just about doing that, and I'm just in a really good place, I feel like in my life, and my teacher told me like this. He was like, the first 25 years of your life is education. The next 25 years is application. And then the 25 after that is liberation. So I feel like that, you know, it really resonated with me, you know, because they say you're fully developed by 25. And there's all these different synchronicities and parallels that really just hit me. So I was like, dang, you know, and now I'm like, yeah, I really like where I'm at. And I like where I'm really going with this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just keep that, you know, and see where that takes me in life. You feel me? And I'm feeling pretty good about 25. You know what I'm saying? So I started looking up some shit. Some freaking, you know, I'm into numerology and shit like that. So, like, 25, I guess, is supposed to be the number of, like, friendship, relationships, cooperation and stuff like that. And it's, interestingly enough, connected to the element manganese, which is, you know, has the elemental, what is it called? The freaking atomic number of 25. And manganese is a bonding element, you know, and it brings everything together, cooperation, you know, like it makes things coalesce. You know, it has its own structure, but it's more of an inclusion in crystals and stones like that, and it holds it together. And so I like to see, you know, how I like to look at the connections to things like that. Like, for instance, to 25, and, you know, like, I've been doing that forever, you know, because these things influence your life in certain types of ways. So when you are aware of influences, you know, then you can be aware of what's happening in your life a little more, you know, and then you can also navigate these influences a little bit more intelligently, rather than just freaking off the whim. You know what I'm saying? You you can build a little bit of a navigational system, you know, through just seeing the connections in things, you know, how things connect and influence each other, you know. And, you know, I believe in numerology and stuff like that. You know, I don't believe it controls your life or it completely dictates everything, but I believe, you know, everything has a place and it's going to influence you in a certain type of way. So that's why the awareness thing, bro. Awareness, everything's about awareness. You know, the more aware you are, the better you can navigate this world, you know, and plane, you know, and it's big. It's big, you know. So I really I'm always looking at what's coming into my life, you know, and how that's, you know, what it's doing for me or what it's trying to do for me. You know what I'm saying? I like to try to be open to that aspect, because, you know, life continues and life goes on, and, you know, like, nothing's set in stone exactly. You know, life is really volatile. You know, you never know what the heck's gonna happen. You know, boom, car accident, or, you know, God forbid. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just shit happens, shit hits. You know, life hits, and you never know when. So it's just like, awareness is a big thing. Yeah, awareness is huge, bro. And the more you know, the better you can actually operate and adjust to what is here. So
I agree. I mean, you know, it's like, you know, it's weird how, you know, math is, you know, so prevalent in reality itself, you know, because, like, everything, man, I lost my point, but, man, math is, you know, it is wild, though, how prevalent it is in reality itself, and, like, and just, like, you know, things that you figure out, you know, like the Fibonacci sequence and all these things, how we're just, like, you know, numbers do play a factor. I forgot where I was really going, but, you know, I forget if this was actually accurate, but I think it was saying, you know, it's, you know, on the topic of, you know, a matrix simulation, you know, that it's harder to, you know, it's hard to even prove that we're not in a simulation, you know, just because it's, you know, it's so complex, you know. That'd be interesting, you know, like the fact that it's not the fact, the idea, you know, that we could be in in a computer so advanced, or in a simulation that's so advanced, that's just like the ones and zeros are what we are, This is the reality.
That shit is so crazy, bro. Like the whole simulation idea, I definitely agree, but I feel like it's not as literal as like we're like in a fucking device, like it's the idea that we're playing out events to see what happens. And that's kind of like reality. You kind of just try shit to see what simulates and what plays out in the end, you know? And essentially that's what I've always heard about what we're doing here. We're trying to see how humanity can evolve, or how a species, consciousness can evolve through these hardships that we go through on this planet and stuff like that, and what I read this recently, what type of consciousness it takes to overcome the lower vibrational frequencies. So that's like what we're trying to establish, is that understanding and clarity of that consciousness, and then embodying that and overcoming these lower vibrations, and then ascending beyond that. That's what I hear the idea of, like, this ascension is, for, the new age movement and stuff like that. Everybody talk about ascension and shit, like, and, things like that. I definitely agree. I feel like that definitely has some type of place, and we are going somewhere with what we're doing here. I can't say for sure what it is, but there's all this stuff out here. But I'm more leaning to the side of that we are trying to evolve, and you just simulate things, see what we need to do in order to get this result. You know what I'm saying? So we go through every sort of experience as humanity to calculate every angle. You know what I'm saying? Like we've developed martial arts for hundreds and hundreds of years to a point to where we can know almost every angle that someone's going to hit you from. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that we're just trying to reach the highest peak. You know what I'm saying? Of our awareness, like how much can we know? What can we do? And
yeah, it's a trip.
Possibilities endless.
Yeah, it's where we've come to now in this, reality is a culmination of decisions,
and agreements.
Yeah,
like
it's wild. The thousands of generations of decision making.
It's crazy to think that it probably started by some dude. He was like, "What's over there?" Or he probably didn't even have that thought process, but it was just like that idea of like
curiosity,
the exploring what's over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. What can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's interesting because have you watched Spirit Science?
What is it?
Spirit Science.
No, where is that at?
So it's like it's a YouTube channel. That's what I first started watching whenever I started getting into like the New Age movement on spirituality and stuff like that. So essentially, they give you the breakdown of like chakras and the pyramids and the like a lot of the like esoteric science, some of the esoteric sciences and stuff. But fuck, what was I gonna say? What were you talking about before I said spirit science?
Oh,
shit. That's what I'm missing. Yeah. Let me take a swig.
The culmination of decisions.
Okay, yeah. All right. So, in spirit science, how it talks about spirit created, okay? Everything was nothing. There was nothing. Blackness. There was nothing. Not even motion. And then spirit decided it wanted to move. It wanted to do something, and it moved. And it created another sphere, another point of existence. And then that's how it continued that fluctuation in movements. And then they go into like the flower of life, how the flower of life, that's what it depicts, is that movement. That's what the circles and stuff going in and around each other, you know what I'm saying? And it creates this beautiful tapestry, and it represents like creation. That's what it means. Is the movement of spirit into these new spheres, and expanding itself outward. And that idea, what I was just saying, like there was probably no movement, there was nothing, no talking, nothing. You just probably like, it was just like a whole thing as one that came into being just out of nothing. Just that one movement, and then it just wanted to continue, and then it developed to a point to where there was speech around it, and then we started to be able to communicate, what we're seeing, and and things like that, beyond to the point where we are now, and it's just crazy to think, because we're to think if we had to have been at a point where there was like no speech or something, and at some point there had to have just been nothing, and there's all this creation, all this like crazy stuff that we have today. That development, that shit took a long time. I'm certain of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we only have like 5,000 years recorded history.
See, and that's what we have, documented.
Exactly, recorded history, bro. I'm like, before that, there's theories and stuff that there's been like 200,000 years, but that's not even the age of the universe. The Earth is young, considering, in comparison to the fucking whole entire universe, our galaxy even. Yeah,
definitely. No, it's wicked, man. To know that happened, and that it started, with like chemicals and shit clumping together, and then planets
just bonding and transforming itself,
celestial bodies, and
coming into itself and coming out of itself. Like, it's crazy. Like, everything comes from the same source, and it got to this point of where we are now. But we're all from that same substance, essentially.
Oh, stardust.
Straight up, whatever you want to call it. Maybe that was not even what it was. I don't know. That's just what we call it.
Matter.
It just simplifies things.
You matter.
I do.
You're matter.
I am.
And you matter.
I am. We matter. Everything matters. As a matter of fact.
Pretty matter of fact. What do you guys think, huh? Are you matter?
Yes.
We know you matter, but are you matter?
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, these are some pretty psychedelic subjects, no doubt. Yeah. But I mean, these are some interesting conversations. I think it's interesting to think about. I mean, obviously, it's not something you worry about all day, but these are like interesting ideas.
We should definitely talk about that. All right, like being
obsessive,
because consumed about anything or obsessive about anything is bad. But like with this new age movement, with spirituality, a lot, it was like becoming like its own regime. Everybody, if you were into chakras or, like and stuff like this, people are trying to get you into it, trying to push it, and I take credit, or accountability for my own actions. I was one of those people too, trying to push this on people. And it was like, that's exactly how religion was, like converting and, like trying to say, this is the way, this is the way. But then in the spirituality movement, like a huge thing that it comes to is like, there's more than one way. This isn't the only way. You know what I'm saying? This is your way, or the way that works for you and your people. But that doesn't mean that that's the only way for it to work. And a lot of times in that, they'll escape the real core teaching of the spirituality movement. A lot of times, like the people going to find themselves. That's a new thing. The ancients never told you to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? They said know thyself. So, like, people are, getting ahead of themselves and just jumping, around these concepts, because they're new and exciting or whatever, and it makes you think different, and that's what we need a lot, right now, so we can continue the evolution. But you get caught up in certain thought processes, like finding yourself and stuff like that, and now you're on this unnecessary journey of trying to figure out who the fuck you are when you are you know what I'm saying? And then you now you're just dancing around yourself. You're not even being yourself. You're being like everyone else because you're trying to figure out who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I went through that. That was a huge thing for me.
And I think I've said it before, but, knowing who I am not, I know who I am, and that really helped me. But, I mean, you are what you do, and, I mean, your actions speak louder than your words. But, I mean, your words also do matter as well, They play a role to who you are. I mean, it's just, we're all a brand, in a way. Our own brand, our own, I mean, and not everybody's trying to sell something. A lot of people are just trying to sell themselves, to be appreciated, to be liked. But, I mean, and it's important, I think, in my opinion, to, nourish that and, not be, burning bridges with everybody and fighting everybody just because of, differences and, opinion and thought. I mean, we can all help each other. We can all succeed if we work together. And everybody knows different things, and it takes, different roles. Like I can't be the master of everything, So I think it's good to work with people who are the masters of their craft, and collaborate.
Yeah, trade knowledge, and that knowledge is power, bro. It really is, knowledge used for sure. If you know what you're doing, and you're able to share that with people, and it could go a long way. You feel me? People make money just off sharing knowledge. That's why we got teachers.
Definitely. Yeah. You gotta know what to do. Mm-hmm. How to do it right.
That's why we're supposed to have each other, as kind of like a big family on the planet. So we could be there for each other, and we can learn to do things. There's a point where people are like hoarding knowledge. Like how I believe you've brought it up before. Why would you hoard all this knowledge? What you need to do, take it with you to the grave and it's just dead. And
yeah,
like we should be a little more willing to share certain knowledge with each other, just to get it out there, and people, it's an ego thing. People just want to own something and make it theirs. You know what I'm saying? They're like, this came from me.
And I mean, a lot of people have a, superiority, inferiority, either way, like some people just don't like, people telling them, what to do, and don't like other people, because they think
that's why you definitely want to share with people that are coming to get the knowledge.
Yeah, you definitely you got to find your right people. People who are willing to listen to it. You don't want to just shove it down people's throats.
Yeah,
especially if they're not willing.
Yeah, because like you said, people hate being told what to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing.
Yeah, you go over here talking like you know something. You might know something. You know what I'm saying, but when you put that above other people's knowledge, because a lot of times people don't know that they're doing that.
Yeah.
With how they're saying things and what the words they're using, it makes the other person's like what they know almost seem like as if you're making it seem like it's less. Mm. So that's why people get real defensive too. It's like how you go about it, and definitely. There's a time and place for everything. That's what I realize. You kind of gotta feel out the moments and and see what it's calling for.
Definitely. Yeah, it's strategic. You got to play cards and think about your moves. You have a lot more choices than people think too. That's what's so crazy. It's not like some video game where it's 3 options.
Yeah, for real.
It's bro, fast,
infinite, bro. Yeah, and it happens. It happens pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to just.
See, I was thinking about that last night. It's interesting. Just in conversations. Because sometimes especially at work, I'm on the go. I'm moving. So I'm having a conversation. All right. Cool, conversation's done. Cut to another one. But it's sometimes it's crazy. I could have possibly made a life altering choice there. Just in my inattentiveness sometimes. How I can be. Yeah, I'm there. I'm listening. I hear okay, because sometimes most people talking to me. It's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting because I was thinking about it. I was like, I got to be mindful of that because it's. It's a little choice to me to, change from conversation to conversation. But, some people, we're talking about, can feel slighted, feel like I'm not listening to them. It's because, I hear you, and sometimes I'm not giving them enough attention, attention to the matter when it should have more attention.
Yeah, I noticed that how, just your response to certain things, you'll be cool with somebody, but say you're kind of busy one day or you're kind of having a rough day or something, and you kind of you're just not really interactive that day or something, and you don't want to talk to nobody, and you just kind of hey, and they might take that some type of way, because especially if they don't know you on a real close level, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, what's wrong with me?" And then they might look at you some type of way, and then you come back a couple days later, you see them, and then there's a weird energy because I be paying attention to this shit. I'm like, damn, I know. The other day I was having a really rough day, and I know you seen that because I didn't really try to talk to you, and I kind of did kind of just pass you by. I know, but my bad, I just be it happens like that sometimes, but it does change your relationship with a lot of people, down the road. And I've noticed if you're around people long enough that they'll learn you a little bit, but some people, they might never want to talk to you again just because of that. It's interesting.
Definitely it is. It is interesting. And I think we talked about it before. It's hard when you're always high energy, because then when the days you're not high energy, it's
people look at you like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Whoa. I know. Yeah.
It's spotlights on you. It's
for real, bro. I hate it.
But yeah, man. So it's an interesting life.
Yeah, it's a trip, bro. Life's a trip. The great axiom.
Truly. Truly a trip.
For real. Quite the adventure.
You want to take this shot?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's half shot.
I was thinking about this Jenga.
Oh, yeah.
Jumbling tower.
I'm down with
this down real quick.
Jumbling tower.
To great cast and beyond.
Always and forever.
Delicious.
Quite.
The last sips are always the strongest. The bottle. You can taste all of it at the bottom.
Rubbing alcohol.
I'm like, let me find out. You poured yours first.
Wash. And I went back and forth.
All right.
Just getting it level.
All right, yeah, we got a good mixture then.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yes. It's what, number 83?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
83. Oh, what is that? Damn. How do you say 83 in Spanish?
Something tres.
Something tres. Yeah, I don't know how to say 80. 80.
Trece. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it is something tres. It's not, it can't be ocho. It can't be ocho y tres. This doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it gets interesting over there. I don't know.
Yeah, after like 20, like once you get to like 20, it's like, cause it's like 20, 21, 22, you know, and then I don't even know what 30 is.
Yeah, got me.
I know.
Do you guys know?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure my mom or
I'm sure.
someone out there knows.
Yeah, we got some Hispanic listeners. I already know that. Peace. My Mexicanos.
Hope.
My brother's a Chicano.
Yeah.
They kind of speak Spanish. My oldest brother, he knows Spanish like halfway. Not fully, but
Yeah, I can understand some words, but, I definitely don't speak it fluently or understand it fluently.
yeah, I was, Duolingo.
Duolingo.
You heard of it?
No, what is that? Is that a class or something?
All right, so it's like an app on your phone to help you learn languages.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Did you try to learn Spanish?
Yeah, I've tried in the past, and I'm kind of doing a little something now. But I also did learn Spanish back in school a little bit. Like I took half a year of Spanish 1. So I have like a little bit of an understanding. I could kind of know what people are talking about. I definitely know if you're talking about me. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. And don't think you're going to be talking shit to me in Spanish. Or about me in Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish. It's interesting, It's a popular tongue. I really think it's, helped me, because, my grandfather always, told me Spanish when I was young, and my grandma, them, words, never fully.
So you definitely know if someone, like you can understand some stuff.
I mean, a little bit, it's not like I said, it's keywords, if I pick up on it like a word that, I know.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're saying. I kind of know what they're talking about, or just keywords like that. Yeah.
They've expanded too. Like I understand, certain words and it helps, but it's like, I definitely not fluent in no way, but it's cool, and I feel like it's really helped me with rapping and stuff. The fact of being able to twist my tongue and roll my R's and do stuff like that. Help me really hit certain, because I feel like in rapping, it's all about how you hit it and the way you hit it and how you're faster hitting it, because that's what it is. It's how you perform it. The way everybody performs it is different. That's what makes music, the art of it, because not everything's going to be the same. And I mean, some might be similar, depending on, influences and or, just the way it happens. But, that's music.
Exactly.
It's art.
Speaking of music, we're going to be having 2 shows this month. So I believe when this podcast is going to post, that first show is going to be that Saturday on the 21st.
Yes.
Okay, so be tuned. Hit us up for tickets. Also for the next one on the 29th, it's going to be on the next week on a Sunday. So hit us up. If you can't make it to the one on the 21st, we got that one on the 29th.
I got you next week.
Yeah. Next week. Stay tuned. To be continued.
And, the 21st is Afro. We're opening up for Afro. And then the 29th is Blaze Your Dead Homie and the homies.
Blaze Your Dead Homie and the homies. Yeah. That one's going to be dope, too. They're all going to be dope. And we're going to have more shows, too. So, be listening.
Don't sleep deep.
Don't. My brother.
It's not good for your health.
Nope. My brother's grandpa, right?
Yeah.
He just passed away, R.I.P.,
R.I.P.
a couple of months ago. But the last thing he told me before he passed away, when I seen him last, he's like, no sleeping. No sleeping. I just looked at him. I was like, yes. No sleeping. Because I understood him, like, he meant, like, you got to just stay on it. Stay up. No sleeping. Because I feel like he probably seen that I had my head on my shoulders, that I'm still doing good. So he just said, just keep on it. No sleeping. I think he knew he was about to pass away, bro. He passed away like in a couple weeks later or something like that after he told me that.
Yeah, man, it's like we were talking about, you gotta live up your lifetime. Like, you got a timeline. It's real. The clock's ticking. Get to it. And
yeah.
I've been thinking about it too, because I mean, the new Doctor Strange is coming up and shit. We haven't seen it yet. It's not out yet. It might be out by the time this drops. But I was thinking about the last one when she like hits him and shit, and he like knocks him out of his body, and like she asks him, like, who are you in this vast multiverse? And I mean, it's obviously that's more, greater and whatever. He's Doctor Strange and shit. But, in reality, like, who are you? What are you here to do? What is your purpose? Like, what are you trying to achieve? And, it ties into it all. You got to live up your lifetime. You got to, do your timeline right. Or at least, this is, like we're talking about, this is decisions, right? Or this is the culmination of these decisions. In this reality, this is what happens when all those decisions were made to this point. And the decisions we continue to make. That's our lot. I mean, see, and I believe it's like organized chaos. We have the right to choose, but what happens is meant to teach us as well. Good or bad. Everything has its lesson.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
It's a whole mix, know, and we're all learning, It's a constant journey.
Definitely.
So.
Most definitely.
Yeah, don't just take it easy, I swear, man, like people would be saying that a lot, take it easy. But this one time I remember I heard this one dude say, take it easy. And I lived a kind of a rough life, and I always just kind of like, I'd be hard on myself a lot and just like, just kind of like taking it rough. I'm like, just being rough. It's like, fuck this shit. It's stupid. Shit like that. And dude said, take it easy. And I actually thought about that statement. It just made me think. I was like, take it easy, huh? I like that, honestly. You really got to take it easy, man. And just be cool.
Yeah, man. Be cool.
Be cool. That's what my brother always says. He's like, just be cool. just be cool.
It's real, Like, shit, man. Just be cool. Relax. I mean, yeah, man, everything doesn't have to be a fight,
I've been thinking about that when I started my fight.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I remember it, actually.
Think about it right then.
No, I'm 25 got me thinking different, bro. All right. I was like, I turned 25. It just did. I don't know. But I got into my first fight, like real fight, where the kid was hitting me or whatever too. But not like my first real fight. It was like a big event almost though. Because it was at middle school, and in Sheridan Middle School, right? Right, I work in that area off Bellevue and Federal, but Sheridan Middle School is on Oxford and Federal, and then my class, my school is right there across the street off of like, I don't even know what the street is. It's like right by Sheridan Middle School.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tie all this here in a minute, but I got into my first fight at Sheridan Middle School, or actually it was at Sheridan High School. But I was thinking about it, right? I didn't even have to fight that kid. Like, because I remember, so these kids come up to me, these two dudes, they come up to me and they're like, yo, you want to get jumped? I was like, I looked at these dudes, I was like, well, what's up? I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight both of them right there in the hallway. And they were like all shocked. They're like, they didn't expect me to fight. And I wanted to fight. And I was like, well, what the fuck? Why you come up to me, act like you're going to jump me? I'm about to fight you. And then this dude's like, no, you're going to fight me. We'll fight at lunch. I was like, all right, whatever. So we were supposed to fight at lunch. And I shouldn't even have fought him, after he didn't want to fight me at lunch. Like, honestly, because he was trying to run away and shit, but I only fought him because everyone was, like, expecting a fight. All the whole school was, like, ready. There was, like, 100, like at least 100 kids, bro, that went and watched me fight this dude. Straight up, there was crowds. It was like a fucking event. Like, like a fucking... Like, as if I was a freaking, like a boxer, you know what I'm saying? I was in a boxing match. I'm like, shit, this is the main event. Boom, this was about it. They all wanted to see the new kid fight, So I'm like, all right, whatever. And, I'm just not scared. That's how I grew up. So I'm like, fuck this fool. This fool wanted to talk about jumping me, And then he was, like, running away. So I felt like I had to prove myself now, in front of all these kids or whatever. Just to be like, I'm not scared. I'm not no bitch, and then that's where it all started. That's when I started fighting, and just like for nothing. But not even just other people, but it was more like myself, like I didn't, I had this indecision, I remember thinking about it, like, I don't even have to fight this fool, like, because where's he at? He was supposed to meet me here. And then I was just all in my head now, like, oh, yeah, this was a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And all like this and that. And then like, that's where that freaking fight started, this energy. And I remember the next fight I got into, I lost, and I got my ass whooped, and it put me in check. And it taught me a lot. Because honestly, I should have beat the second kid's ass too. But I lost because I needed to learn something. You know what I'm saying? I needed to calm down a little bit. But then I still wanted to fight. And I just like had this fight in me. You know what I'm saying? Ever since then. Right there on Sheridan. And now, okay, I go to school for Tai Chi, you know, to learn to fight. My teacher, the first thing he told me whenever we were talking about it, getting involved in the Tai Chi, he told me like this. He's like, I'm going to teach you how to beat your own ass. You know? And then it never really started clicking until Cody would tell me, he was like this. He goes, he told me I was fighting myself. Literally. Like it was more like metaphorically, you know. He's like, you're still fighting yourself on a lot, buddy. And I didn't get it at first, but it always stuck with me, you know, and I thought about it. And I do be fighting myself, you know, like attacking myself and like that's another thing, you know, the indecision, you know, not knowing how to choose for myself, you know, and then I get stuck between decisions, you know, and boom, now I do this because of this, you know, just because of this, or like, you know, and I'm impulsed in this I was impulsed in this type of way, you know, and I would more sway this way or that way, and, you know, and I was caught in this battle, and I was like, it was like tug of war with myself, and it's just an interesting fact that now I'm learning, you know, an internal martial art right in that area where I first started fighting with myself, essentially. You know, and now I'm learning to overcome myself right there in that same area. And I met my teacher at my job in that same area.
That is pretty interesting. The coincidence, or well, there are no coincidences.
Exactly, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Straight up.
Yeah. Nice. Well, it's your move, Lo.
I see this.
Don't jumble the towers. Or the tower. Yes.
That shit was intense.
Very
Let me
fine.
tell you.
Very fine. Yeah. That's wild. That's cool, though. Sorry, I have Tai Chi, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. Yeah, I love Tai Chi. Shout out to my teacher, Master Clark.
Yeah.
By the freaking...
Martial arts.
Who in here loves the martial arts? Let us know in the comments below.
So I finally got I don't know if I already told you or already said this, but I finally got the kendo swords, and
Oh, really?
kind of some messing around with those. But I think I also told you too. I got some lightsabers, and I got those. Pretty
Some
cool.
lightsabers?
Yeah.
Like, what do they look like?
Well, they're just like, like a metal hilt with like a plastic, but it's pretty durable.
Okay. I was like, dang, let me find out they made real lightsabers finally. Lasers and shit.
Yeah,
I bet they have those.
they have one on like YouTube. I forget who does it, but it's pretty cool. Like it's more like a giant torch, but it's legit. I mean, it'd be what it really would be.
Giant torch, huh?
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. I don't really drawing a blank, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They do a lot of like interesting stuff. Like they build like Iron Man armor, and I think it's Hacksmith. Hacksmith. Yeah, on YouTube, it's pretty cool. They do a lot of like interesting stuff, like building like just real life, like stuff like that.
It's real shit.
Yeah. It's
That's tight though. I would like a real life lightsaber.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Destroy some shit.
Did you go?
I don't think I did actually.
I was like, hold on. It's that same block. That same block.
Lone block. You gonna jumble the tower, low?
I did last time. That's why you keep telling me.
I don't know. I forget.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You guys will know. I guess we'll know once we watch it as well.
You hear that wind? It's all right.
Interesting little setup we got here.
Yeah, I'm learning something. Come on.
Give me the block. Let's go for the gusto. Sheesh. Okay. It's a nice little base we got there.
Yeah.
Fun. The tower's twitching.
A little bit.
They tremble. Fine move there. Oof. Oh man, if I ain't careful, I'm gonna knock this thing over.
Don't think that.
Next, I keep
Here.
twitching. I'm okay. We're gonna go with the ceiling.
I'm saying.
Can't think go down there anymore. Uh-oh.
Look at this, bro.
Uh-oh. Things are heating up.
Damn.
Some stiff competition.
Oh, shit.
Careful.
Dang it. This shit is crazy. No.
Most interesting. Oh, man.
This is crazy.
Can I get that? What's the deal? I don't think that's the guy. Or is it? No, that's not the guy. Not yet, anyway.
That's the
Yeah.
guy.
Ta-da!
Damn.
Yeah, it's like that. Okay.
Look at us.
Come on.
Like, damn, it has to be that middle one.
Like one of these has to be like ready to go now. No, come on. Oh, no.
No.
He stays there.
That would be the whole thing's ready to go. You gotta go higher. Uh-oh.
Forgot one.
Oh, shit.
Ta-da! Can you feel the intensity? Are your palms as sweaty as mine? Other way. Well.
Dang. Alright.
Shit. Oh, snap. Crackle and pop. Can it be done? Okay. Okay, you came to play.
Rice Krispies.
Okay, okay.
Dang, that's insane. It's challenging.
Lowe's attempting it. He's getting surgical. Nice. Well done.
It's like golf, bro. We're all quiet and shit, and then we're just like little commentary.
Yeah, I love golf.
Golf. I've already.
This is the one. Man, this is shaping to be one interesting game. It's pretty cool we're getting it recorded.
I know. This is getting intense.
Yeah, quite intense. Ta-ta! Oh. To the moon, to the ceiling. Can you dig it? Yes, 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 yes.
Dang.
Like it. Dun, 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 dun.
To the ceiling.
Yeah. We're going somewhere. What do you guys think? Any game suggestions? So yeah, I think that. I think. Yeah, well. Spicy. It's getting real spicy.
We're all the way up now.
Oh shit.
Fuck, this is intense.
Come on. Yeah. Nice, nice. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to beat Jenga.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make it all the way like till you can't go no more.
Yeah.
Like where it's like just all twos or something in one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Tower jumbled.
Jumbling tower. We did that shit though. That shit went pretty high.
That was nice. Man, yeah. Those weren't budget. But
yeah.
y'all know what it be. Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe.
Peace.
Tell your friends. Yeah.
Until next time.
Hit us up if you're interested in coming to a concert. You know, all that good stuff. Want to come on?
Yeah.
Hang out with us? You know what it be. We're available.
Exactly. Just stay connected. Stay tuned. Yeah.
Peace and love, y'all.
Till next time.